Welcome, fellow adventurers, to Destination Seekers. Today, we're embarking on one of the most iconic road trips in the world. Route 66, also known as the Main Street of America. This historic highway stretches from Chicago, Illinois, all the way to Santa Monica, California, covering over 2,400 miles and passing through 8 states. Route 66 is more than just a road, it's a journey through American history, culture, and the changing landscapes of the country. So, buckle up as we take you on an unforgettable trip along Route 66, where every mile tells a story. Let's start at the beginning. Route 66 was established in 1926 as one of the original highways in the U.S. highway system. It quickly became the most famous road in America, symbolizing freedom, adventure, and the American dream. During the Dust Bowl of the 1930s, Route 66 served as a migration route for thousands of people fleeing the ravaged farmlands of the Midwest. John Steinbeck famously dubbed it the Mother Road in his novel The Grapes of Wrath, capturing its significance as a pathway to a new life. Over the decades, Route 66 evolved, becoming a vital artery for cross-country travel, especially during the post-World War II boom. Families packed up their cars and hit the road, heading west in search of prosperity and adventure. Along the way, the highway gave rise to a unique roadside culture, with diners, motels, and quirky attractions popping up to cater to the traveler's needs. Segment 2. Starting in Chicago, Illinois, our journey begins in the bustling city of Chicago, Illinois, the eastern terminus of Route 66. Start your adventure at the Begin Route 66 inches sign on East Adams Street, just across from Grant Park. Chicago is a city rich in history and culture, so it's worth spending a day or two exploring before hitting the road. Don't miss iconic landmarks like the Willis Tower, Millennium Park, and Navy Pier. Grab a deep dish pizza or a Chicago-style hot dog to fuel up before you start your journey. As you leave Chicago, you'll head southwest through the suburbs and into the open farmlands of Illinois. The first major stop is Joliet, where you can visit the Joliet Area Historical Museum and Route 66 Welcome Center. This is the perfect place to learn more about the history of the highway and pick up some Route 66 memorabilia. Continuing through Illinois, you'll pass through a series of charming small towns that preserve the nostalgic spirit of Route 66. Stop in Pontiac, a town known for its beautifully restored murals that depict scenes from the highway's heyday. The Route 66 Hall of Fame and Museum is also located here, offering a deep dive into the people and places that made Route 66 famous. Further down the road, you'll reach Springfield, the capital of Illinois and home to many sites associated with Abraham Lincoln. Visit the Lincoln Home National Historic Site, where the former president lived before moving to the White House and the Illinois State Capitol. As you cross into Missouri, the landscape begins to change, with rolling hills replacing the flat farmlands of Illinois. Your first major stop in Missouri should be St. Louis, known for its iconic Gateway Arch, which symbolizes the westward expansion of the United States. Take a ride to the top of the arch for panoramic views of the city and the Mississippi River. Leaving St. Louis, Route 66 winds through the Ozark Mountains, offering some of the most scenic drives along the entire route. The highway takes you through small towns like Cuba and Rolla, where you'll find classic diners and old-fashioned motels that have been serving travelers for decades. In the town of Lebanon, Missouri, stop by the Munger Moss Motel, one of the most famous Route 66 motels still in operation. This nostalgic spot has been welcoming road trippers since the 1940s and is a perfect example of the mid-century roadside culture. Continuing west, you'll enter Kansas, which has the shortest stretch of Route 66, only 13 miles. Despite its brevity, this section is packed with history and charm. Stop in the town of Galena, where you can visit the Con-O-Tex service station, now a museum and gift shop dedicated to the highway's history. As you cross into Oklahoma, you'll find yourself in the heart of the Great Plains. Oklahoma has one of the longest stretches of Route 66, and it's here that the road really opens up, offering vast, open landscapes and endless skies. Oklahoma City, the state's capital, is a great place to take a break and explore attractions like the Oklahoma City National Memorial and Museum and the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum. Route 66 continues west into Texas, where the landscape becomes more arid and the towns more spread out. The Texas Panhandle is known for its wide open spaces and big skies. Amarillo is the major stop here, a city that fully embraces its Route 66 heritage. Be sure to visit the Cadillac Ranch, an art installation featuring 10 Cadillacs buried nose down in the dirt. Visitors are encouraged to bring spray paint and leave their mark on these iconic cars. Amarillo is also home to the Big Texan Steak Ranch, a legendary stop on Route 66 where you can attempt to eat a 72-ounce steak in under an hour for a free meal. Whether you take on the challenge or not, it's a fun place to soak up some classic Texas atmosphere. As you leave Texas and enter New Mexico, you'll notice a dramatic change in the landscape. The flat plains give way to rugged desert terrain, with red rocks and mesas dominating the scenery. New Mexico is home to some of the most picturesque stretches of Route 66, as well as rich Native American and Hispanic cultures. In New Mexico, the highway takes you through Albuquerque, a city that blends modernity with old-world charm. Take a stroll through Old Town Albuquerque, where adobe buildings house shops, galleries, and restaurants. Don't miss the chance to try some authentic New Mexican cuisine, famous for its use of green and red chilies. Further west, you'll pass through Gallup, known as the heart of Indian country, where you can explore Native American art and culture. Gallup is also home to the historic El Rancho Hotel, which has hosted numerous Hollywood stars during the filming of westerns in the area. Crossing into Arizona, the scenery continues to impress with iconic landmarks like the Painted Desert and Petrified Forest National Park. Take some time to explore these natural wonders before continuing to the town of Winslow, made famous by the Eagles' song, "Take It Easy." You can even visit the Standin' on the Corner park dedicated to the song. One of the most famous stops along Route 66 in Arizona is the Meteor Crater near Winslow. This giant crater, formed by a meteor impact around 50,000 years ago, is one of the best preserved meteorite impact sites on Earth. While not directly on Route 66, the Grand Canyon is a must-see detour when driving through Arizona. Take a side trip north from Flagstaff to one of the most awe-inspiring natural wonders in the world. Whether you choose to hike, take a helicopter tour, or simply gaze out over the rim, the Grand Canyon offers a breathtaking experience that's worth the extra miles. After leaving Arizona, you'll cross into California, the final state on your Route 66 journey. The landscape here is dominated by the Mojave Desert, a stark and beautiful stretch of land that feels like it's straight out of a Western movie. Barstow is a key stop in the California desert, where you can visit the Route 66 Mother Road Museum to learn more about the history of the highway. As you get closer to Los Angeles, the desert gives way to suburban sprawl, but there are still plenty of Route 66 relics to be found along the way. Finally, you'll reach the end of the road in Santa Monica, where Route 66 officially terminates at the Santa Monica Pier. This iconic spot marks the end of your epic journey, with the Pacific Ocean stretching out before you. Take some time to explore the pier, enjoy the beach, and reflect on the incredible adventure you've just completed. Route 66 was officially decommissioned as a U.S. highway in 1985, but its legacy lives on. The highway remains a symbol of the American spirit of adventure, and many of its landmarks, businesses, and attractions have been preserved or restored by dedicated enthusiasts. Today, Route 66 continues to attract travelers from around the world who want to experience a piece of American history and the freedom of the open road. Whether you're driving the entire route or just exploring a section, Route 66 offers a unique journey through the heart of America. From the skyscrapers of Chicago to the beaches of Santa Monica, this road trip is a testament to the enduring appeal of the open road and the endless possibilities that lie ahead. That wraps up our journey along Route 66, the ultimate American road trip. We hope this guide has inspired you to plan your own adventure along this legendary highway. Remember, Route 66 is more than just a road. It's a living piece of history, full of stories, landmarks, and experiences waiting to be discovered. So, pack your bags, hit the road, and create your own Route 66 memories. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to Destination Seekers for more travel guides, road trip ideas, and adventure inspiration. Safe travels, and we'll see you on the next journey.